Zion Williamson has the size and athleticism to be truly special. Instead of focusing on Zion's gifts, people would rather focus on the negatives about Zion Williamson. Throughout the offseason, we've seen articles and we've seen media members throw in their own critique of Zion. For every incredibly positive Zion article, there's a negative one to match it. Zion was one of the most polarizing high school prospects that we've ever seen. And when he got to college, not much changed. It was just like a boss leveling up. I don't think we've yet seen Zion's final form. And every Dragon Ball Z fan knows that's a dangerous feeling. This video, we're going to be going over what we learned from Zion's first 2 games in the NBA preseason. But before we get into that, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, guys. You won't want to miss another GETLIKECOOP video, and that's facts. Also, guys, be sure to follow my IG handle, GETLIKECOOP. You won't want to miss a post. I've never really seen the NBA preseason jumping as much as it has been this year, but I have to say that I love every second of it. And as basketball fans, you guys should too. In Zion's first game with the Pelicans, he displayed elite body control. At 6'6", 285, I'm not sure how you're supposed to stop somebody with this type of explosiveness. He's not supposed to be able to do this, but Zion Williamson looked like a beast. Time and time again, attacking the basket. We knew Zion would be an elite finisher the second he stepped foot in the NBA. We knew he would be a showstopper. I think it's safe to say early on that Zion Williamson isn't going to be a guy that at this stage of his career is going to struggle with conditioning or the pace of an NBA game. In Zion's and Zoe's first game, they displayed really good chemistry. It seemed like Zoe was looking for Zion at every chance he could find. I thought Zion did a really good job of picking his spots and putting himself in positions to be a threat. I saw him consistently diving towards the basket. What I really liked about Zion's dives is they weren't mindless dives. Zion dove with a purpose. A lot of times you'll see guys just ruin spacing in the NBA, and it's actually really frustrating. He also displayed elite passing ability. Now, I'm not going to say off the rip he's going to be an elite passer, but it looked really good, like that layup right there. Guys that big, guys that strong are not supposed to be that graceful with the ball in their hands. Zion Williamson is going to be special. That layup was honestly my favorite play of the game, because that shows he's not a guy that's out of control. Zion has complete control of everything that's going on around him. I don't think I've ever seen body control like that from a player that big. And then you have Zion making reads like this. For any power forward, this is a high-level pass. If my point guard is making this pass consistently, I'm very happy with my point guard, much less my power forward. This was also another really good pass by Zion. Finds the shooter in stride, leads the break, delivers a pass with confidence. Zion finished with 16 points, 6 of 13 from the field. The crazy thing is, as dominant of an NBA debut that he could have had an even better game. He missed a lot of really good looks for himself. He also tallied 3 assists and 3 steals, along with 7 boards to top it off. While his debut was NBA changing, I'm not going to say that Zion Williamson is going to be the next LeBron. I'm going to say he's going to be the first Zion Williamson. And honestly, I'm not sure we'll ever see another like Zion. And that might be okay. He looks like a guy that's already playing near his prime. If he continues to show this high level of passing, there's a chance that Zion might end up being a walking triple-double, a guy that can post high-level stats of any category. We already know he gets locked into the defensive end. Again, you see him finding his spots on offense, getting to the basket, getting to where he's comfortable with the basketball. When I was watching the game live, this was the pass that made me drop my jaw. How can Zion make this pass this early in his career? I was shocked that Zion even saw Frank Jackson wide open in the corner for the 3. I'm really trying really hard not to call Zion an elite passer already, because I don't feel like that would be fair. It's just 2 preseason games. But I'm saying that he's putting us on notice right now. If he continues to even have half of this high-level passing ability that he's displayed in these first 2 preseason games, I'm not sure why he would lose it. But I'm just saying, if he continues to have this high-level passing with the gravity that Zion pulls towards him, we're looking at a player that can be an all-star in their first season. And honestly, he might not even need the passing ability to be an all-star. That's how good the other aspects of Zion Williamson's game are. When Zion attacks with a purpose, it seems like defenders just bounce off of him. It really seems like there's no stopping him. Again, what makes him the real threat though, is the pace that he plays, is the fact that he can handle the ball. He can attack you with finesse and show elite touch around the basket, or he can go right through you. Everybody knows for multiple reasons that the NBA is a much faster paced game than college. So why would people think Zion would get worse? If anything, you would figure he would be better with the faster paced game. I also don't want to say Duke was a poor shooting team, but they weren't great by any means, and Zion made it work. Now you get to the NBA level where there are rules and there is much more spacing available. Spacing that's only going to help somebody like Zion create and get to the basket. Zion took this game over. It was one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen from an NBA rookie in a preseason game. He shot 12 of 13 from the field and finished with 29 points. He had 4 assists and 4 rebs, but missing only 1 shot is crazy. I have a good feeling we're going to be seeing a bit of 360s from Zion this season. If you had to pick out a flaw from this game, I would have to say it'd be his defense. His offense is so good, I honestly want to say who cares. But I know Zion's going to bring the defense when the regular season comes. He's one of the most tenacious defenders I've ever seen. And if anything, there's no reason to go all out in a preseason game. No matter what Alvin Gentry says, no matter how much Alvin Gentry wants to make the Pelicans about a team, Zion is the face. And it's going to be that way. Fortunately, of course, Zion is the ultimate team guy. He's going to do whatever it takes to win basketball games, even if that means not losing his guy on defense in the future. I think we're looking at a perennial All-NBA player, a guy that has a chance to be on All-NBA teams from now until his career ends. The Pelicans also have another really good rookie in Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I think he's going to be a fantastic pairing to go along with Zion, along with Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram, who kind of struggled this game, and Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is going to need to make sure his shot is down because the Pelicans will need the spacing. He's going to have to shoot better than he shot tonight. JJ Redick, E'Twaun Moore, and Josh Hart will also be key shooters off of the bench. I honestly don't like the pairing of Zion and Derek Favors. I'm not sure what the Pelicans are thinking going with 2 undersized players at their big position. I'm not exactly sure how Favors is supposed to complement Zion's game, and though he's supposed to be an elite rim protector, I don't really see it. Favors has the potential to prove me wrong, and while I'm sure he will, Zion can also help himself by developing more of a jump shot. We didn't see him shoot the ball too much this game or last game. He shot 9 of 15 from the free throw line these first 2 preseason games, which is not exactly the worst, but it could be a bit better. Like Giannis said though, he was the MVP without a jump shot. Does Zion even need one? It's fun to imagine the possibilities. I'm not sure how many plays the Pelicans had drawn up for Zion. He was just so good that he just kind of got his. Be sure to click the video on the screen right now. It'll bring you to my last breakdown. Be sure to subscribe. You guys won't want to miss a video. I'm GETLIKECOOP. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm out.